what would be the answer from the Baltics, from Latvia in particularly? What are the concerns? What maybe are the hopes?
Oh yeah, there are many concerns, and of course it's quite unclear yet. So what are the plans of Mr. Trump being a president? Even though he's already the president, it's quite unclear what he will do in Europe and what are his plans with NATO. And for the Baltics, you know, the 2016 was a very successful year until the Warsaw Summit, NATO summit, on which it was decided that approximately 1,000 troops will be put in each of the Baltic States and Poland. And now, of course, there are doubts that NATO could, let's say, review this decision, as you know, as the United States of America as the biggest spender on defense and the biggest, of course, military in NATO. And also currently approximately 150 American soldiers are both in not only in Latvia but also Lithuania and Estonia, and additional troops are coming from Germany and also American tanks. So the main let's say hope is that they will reach Latvia and stay for a while, and that Trump will not change its policy as it was created by Obama.
But of course, NATO is probably the biggest issue if you really speak about the Baltics. And of course, we've heard all the remarks of Donald Trump about the NATO inefficiency. That was something very, very recent, very unusual from the U.S. president. So though he urged for something very clear, let them pay. So really, from the point of view of the defense sector, I've been to Riga and talked to some of the members of your Ministry of Foreign Affairs, military and different research institutions. And, you know, before the elections, they were extremely concerned. But do they think that, you know, in the end, it's not that bad? Are there somehow any difference between the views you have in Riga and in the other Baltic states?
Well, I think the Baltic states are quite unanimous when it comes to NATO and when it comes to the strategic partnership with the United States of America. But to be fair, only Estonia is spending the share that should be spent. So Estonian defense budget is approximately 2.2% this year. So the NATO guideline is 2%. But Latvia and Lithuania are still not spending enough. So Latvia and Lithuania will spend 2% from the next year only. So if Mr. Trump would ask now, so who is complying with the guideline of NATO, then it's only Estonia from the Baltic states. It's not Latvia and Lithuania. So that's a fact. And I think still there are quite considerable concerns. And even if and when Latvia and Lithuania will spend 2%, I think it could not be enough that Mr. Trump could ask for more. And if we look at his inaugural speech and also the information currently available on the website, so it will be America first, it will be peace through strength, and as the main threat is denoted the radical terrorism, so the Islamic terrorists. And here we come to the point of Russia. So
Russia is a huge factor for the domestic policy in some of the Baltic countries, in particularly in Latvia, especially because of the Russian-speaking community. That's something largely discussed in the West, maybe even more than inside the country. And there is this dubious for many people relations connection of Trump, how he speaks about the Russian President Putin, also his place with this anti-liberal agenda. So how this discussion is seen in the Latvian society, probably differently by the different groups. Is it present, and what's happening to it? What are also thoughts?
Well, I think the U.S. elections has been something that has been discussed in almost every kitchen. Not only in the Baltic states but far beyond, in each of the part of the globe. But I think it's less concern about the values, say the liberal or conservative values, but it's more about the policy towards Russia. I think that is the main point. So what will be the policy of the United States with Russia after Trump takes the office? And of course, worst case scenario is that the relationship is reset. similarly as it was tried by Obama administration in March 2009. You remember the reset button. And that is the main concern currently. And it's quite clear that there will be a reset between the United States and Russia, but it is not yet clear on what, let's say, what will be the rules, and will we benefit or will we lose from this reset? Because it's quite clear that the Trump administration will probably try to negotiate some kind of deal with Syria, on Syria, with Russia, and will try to employ the capabilities and presence of Russia in Syria to combat the Islamic radicals, but what will be asked as a payment for that by Russia? So probably it will be something linked with the post-Soviet space. It's quite clear that Ukraine and Georgia will not have easy days, but at least there is hope that the Baltic States will not be sold by the new administration.